to my show. I'm Anna Olsen here on my segment Insights into Consciousness on A1R Radio. Today, I'm going to take a caller on the air, but first, I'm going to just talk a little bit about a few things that are important to me that you may benefit from. So, first of all, tomorrow's the first day of Women's Month, Women's History Month. So I'm excited about that. And I think this is a really good time to not only just like thank all the women in your life for everything they've done, or maybe, think about all the reasons why women make the world a better place, but also if you're a woman or maybe if you're a man, whatever, celebrate yourself and just be happy to be a woman and figure out what you could do to like really set goals, because I think this is a good time for women to set goals. There are going to be a lot of really inspiring things in our surroundings, at least in the US right now, where we're going to see things like, oh, Women's History Month here and there at the store, or celebrate Women's History Month. It might pop up online or something, maybe at the store or whatever, you'll see celebrate Women's History Month. So I really think that this is a good time for women to set goals because we'll have so many reminders to work on those goals. And I like to also offer a lot of my clients the opportunity to work on emotional intelligence and education, and really just figure out what you need specifically to feel like you're reaching your goals, the ones that you set for yourself. So this is always, like an independent sort of a process where women can stop and think about how they can better really just leave a legacy for our future. And we have a huge impact on men and women. So we have children, or if you're just an aunt, or if you're just a neighbor to children, you're an example all of the time. So anything that we do or say is going to be held in that person, that child, and it will be an example to them. It will develop their belief systems. It will develop, everything, especially as parents, aunts, grandparents, what have you. This is a process that I feel is very, very important, not just for leaving your own legacy for your own relatives or offspring, but also for what kind of contribution that we're making on this planet. And also to really like figure out what medically can be done about things. When you're getting a little older, or you're younger, either way, you're going to have different challenges in your lifespan. And that's really what I want to talk about for Women's History Month today, is that all of us women are at some stage where we can either address issues or ignore them. So the younger generation tends to kind of, and women even, will ignore like hormonal issues all the way up to like relationship issues, because they don't know a lot about it. I mean, like they don't know that their hormone cycle is really connected to the moon cycle. It's the same 28-day cycle. They're very, very connected to nature. They're very, very, influenced by hormones, by the planets, by what's happening with the tide, the moon, everything. And if they don't account for that, then things can go really awry. And then women who are, a little bit older and their hormones are changing in different ways, where they're thinking more about, am I going to go into menopause or things like that? I think that those are women that are still kind of deciding and figuring out, oh, should I do hormone replacement therapy? And I would say, yes, do that. Or should I, avoid the doctor or go? It can be kind of scary to navigate the medical system right now the way it is. But I really do believe that it's better to just address your health issues. That would be one category of what I work with my clients, is health, finances. Even your appearance can closely relate to health, because that's your self-confidence. And, do you want what kind of hairstyle do you like? Everything from like what kind of makeup and hairstyle do you like? Do you like a certain type of clothing? Do you want to go try to get, I don't know, Botox or something like that? I mean, nothing's off limits if it's really just your goal. So do you want to go back to get another degree or a certification in something so that you can better your career or increase your finances? Can you go to a professional that can help you with wealth finance, or with anything that you need to figure out your retirement? There are so many different phases of life where you can set goals that'll really, really make sense later on. And to be honest, the reason why I really am passionate about this specifically is because there are so many women from the past generations who are still really struggling with, finances. Some of them are widowed, some of them are divorced, and if they spent their whole life really raising kids, which is a huge contribution to society. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the best payoff. It doesn't have the best retirement system. Unfortunately, it's really underappreciated and overlooked as one of the most important things on the planet. If we don't give our little babies, a primary caretaker that's healthy, happy, and provided for, these children can grow up to be psychopaths. I mean, let's just call it what it is. Society is what it is because of the mothers usually, and as much as I would like to say, oh yeah, a lot of fathers stay home with their kids, it's just not true. I mean, let's just call a thing here. So I really think that it's important to really look at motherhood, and if you're not a mother, what are you contributing to society? In that case, there are a lot of things that women contribute. So I just really want to put the emphasis on this because a lot of the people that I've done readings on, that I've worked with, some of them don't have children and never been married. And what will they do? It's harder for them sometimes, and it's easier for them sometimes. It's about really making you really like accountable for your own life and your own future and your own present as well. So when I talk about like women in all these different situations, I think the one group of women that is the most I guess, jeopardized in their mental health. And a lot of the studies have shown, and I wasn't really going to talk about this, but I'm really feeling drawn to talk about it, is African American women in the United States, at least. I really feel like there needs to be a lot more attention and care given to these women. And they really are at a place, a vulnerable place. And I would just like to ask you to extend your your sentiments, your support, your checking in with our Black women, because I really feel like this is one of the groups that is just really taking the trickle down effect from society. From if you look at the model in psychology as to what who suffers the most depression, anxiety, all of that, it would be the Black woman. And that's really why I want to put emphasis on that. I've felt this for a long time and I haven't really put it out there because I felt like, well, I'm not a Black woman. So should I really say this? Yes, I should. We should support so much, like anybody who's vulnerable, and not to try to put them in a category of like a charity case. I'm talking about really supporting them in their strength and like making sure that we extend our good graces and support. So that said, I am going to take a caller now from Pennsylvania. Caller, are you there?
Yeah,
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Good. Is it Chris?
Yeah.
Hi. So what can I help you with today, or what would you like to focus on? You can ask a question, or you can have me focus on a specific topic.
Well, I my past boyfriend, he passed away, and just like half a year later, I really met this nice guy. I felt like a connection with him. And recently he said, like, take I want to break things off because I'm not ready for a relationship, but I still like you. But he's been giving me like on and off feelings, and I just want to know, like, is he like meaning to come back, or is that just a way to nicely break it off and move on?
So let me just make sure I have this correct. So you're with your boyfriend, and he broke it off, and now he kind of wants to come back, and you're wondering if that's a good idea.
Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, no, I don't know if he wants to come back or not. That's something he made unclear. He just broke it off, and I just felt a really good connection with him, based off like other dating experiences since my last boyfriend passed and everything. And I just want to know if like he actually does have feelings and he wants to come back, or if he is just saying that just to move on and Yeah.
Okay, thanks for clarifying. That's really hard to lose somebody in two ways. You're talking about loss in two ways. And what I like to highlight in these circumstances is that oftentimes these are lessons. And this feels to me like it's just a really hard lesson right now because you're feeling so vulnerable. And I'm also having a feeling that maybe you weren't completely ready for the last boyfriend that you're still kind of wondering about. I do think you guys would be very compatible, and I think that's that draw you feel toward him. But I don't feel like, well, okay, I feel like the issue there is that you're still in different stages of grief because I'm also feeling like there was something else that happened fairly recently, maybe. It's just I'm just feeling a lot of grief and trauma from loss. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. Yeah.
And when we're in grief and loss, sometimes we don't give exactly, as much as we could. And I think that's what your boyfriend was feeling. And it's almost like I keep hearing spirit tell me that he was saying to himself, if only she were a little bit farther along with the grief or with this thing she's dealing with, I really feel like this could have worked out. So
That
does
would make
that
sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not that it was you as a person. I really feel like he really felt compatible with you. It was just the circumstance and the timing. So I feel like it's good that you're reaching out for a reading. These are all the self care things that we need when we're going through something difficult. I would also wonder if you've been able to work with somebody who is specialized in grief counseling or something like that.
Oh yeah, I've been getting counseling and stuff like that, and I'm just not moving on, but I don't know how to explain it. Like I'm moving on through life just day by day and stuff, and I am doing a lot better than I was like half a year ago. So,
Yeah.
but I just I don't like I don't know if I should reach out to him or if I should just leave it and let him do his thing. Like I don't want to make any mistakes, but I also don't want to have that wondering in the back of my mind is and everything. So
Yes, I understand completely. I feel like it's good you were getting that therapy. It's still working and you're still processing what you learned. I'm also feeling like I got the hanged man for you, which is basically just symbolic and indicative of this is a new chapter for you. I feel a heavy possibility that you could still get back together with this boyfriend, but I think that you should know. Are you aware that he's seeing somebody right now?
no.
Because I feel like there's somebody else in the picture, and this is the thing that I'm seeing that would happen if you were to reach out and contact him. I think that it would kind of complicate things with the woman he's with now, and he really or is just seeing. I don't think it's really serious right now, but it's kind of like the beginning stages. Like it feels like, or they're not. They're maybe it's long distance. It doesn't seem super close.
Hmm.
Um, And what this would do is if you were to reach out right now, it would complicate that with her and it would kind of make him feel a little frustrated because he has a few things he needs to learn from her. So I do not think that he will last with her. She is one of those, what I call somebody who just kind of comes into the picture for a little while and they teach you a lesson and then they're supposed to exit your life. And they teach you and they're there for a good reason, but I call them the transitional people because they're sort of there during a transition and they're there to teach you something you needed to know so that you'll be successful with the person you're supposed to be with long term.
Hmm. Is it
So
someone that like from work or like
let's see, I can check on that for you. I know sometimes we just need to know, right?
we used to work together and then I left and went to a different job and then like a few weeks afterward that's when he broke it off. So I kind of had that like thing where it's like is it he's seeing someone, and so is it someone from work or someone he just, I don't know, just knew at school or what.
Yeah,
But
I
I don't
know
want
that.
to waste my time.
Right. Yeah. I think that it's more about let's see, is it somebody from work? I'm not seeing that answer. That's interesting. Usually I can see it. Spirit saying no. They're not. It's for your highest and greater good. Whenever your spirit guides say nope, we're not going to answer that question right now, it's because they're protecting you, and they're protecting your basically like the people around you, so that you're going to save some hurt feelings, basically, or maybe it's just that you don't need to know that right now. Does that make sense?
Right.
So it's interesting because I think he's going to really figure this out. I think he is going to realize. I think he needed somebody else to kind of, so that he knows a little more about women and he knows what they're like a little more before he can make a decision.
Hmm.
Because it looks to me like, is he pretty young?
Yeah, he's like a month younger than me, but I mean, we just connected so great and everything. It was something I've been searching for a while now, and it kind of
Okay.
hurts that I lost it.
Oh, how old are you guys?
I'm 22. He's 22.
You guys are young.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good.
it's kind of hard because I like with my past boyfriend, we were together for 5 years and stuff, and like we're like I'm an old soul. Like me and him were old souls, so like we were literally had everything together, and had our own place and everything. And then when he passed, like I guess I want to have that connection again where I'm trying to get somewhere. And a lot this generation now is like not a lot of people are loyal or have long term relationships. They just want to go move around with people. And I was afraid if the guy I connected with, he's one of those people.
I know it's so hard these days to navigate that. And I mean, just for your information, like I have a lot of free information about this exact topic that I've gotten from doing a lot of readings on people of all ages. And I post most of it on my TikTok account, which is Anna O Intuitive is my handle on TikTok. And I post a ton of videos on that topic, on when you're feeling like, what do I do? I can't trust anybody. There, I have a lot of these different things I've picked up in my background with psychology, and being able to how to tell, and just knowing a lot of facts about men specifically for women and women specifically for men, because it kind of goes both ways, lately. But spirit is showing me that you have a potential. I kept pulling more and more cards. It's almost like spirit was like, tell her to just go somewhere else. I mean, that I pulled, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards, all with men on them, and they each represent, spirit was telling me that they each represent a different guy in your life. And these are all potential men for this beautiful, wonderful young woman, 22 years old, and she has all of this in front of her. So, I mean, basically, she is going to be able to really pick and choose. And that's really what I am hoping she realizes, is that there's a lot of other guys out there that this should be very compatible with. So, this is indicative of that really great story where somebody is just really, really wanting. Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, I was just saying that I see 5 guys. According to what I pulled for you, there are 5 men that I see possible for you. Spirit is showing me that you are going to be in high demand, and that you don't have to think a whole lot more about this guy. I really feel like you have a lot of these wonderful potential guys in your future, and you're the lucky one in a way right now, is how you feel. But the truth is that these guys are the lucky ones, and you're the prize. Like, you're the prize relationship person. Spirit is showing me that you get to pick and choose, really. There are going to be at least 5 others that you can pick and choose from.
Oh,
So this
that's
is exciting. um try to just switch the way that you're thinking about this into who's lucky enough to have you, because spirit is showing me you have huge potential. Spirit is showing me, which is common at your age, I think, like to think that maybe this guy was it because you had all these great feelings, and that's wonderful. He was there to teach you, but I'm getting that you're attractive, you're beautiful, you have a wonderful personality, you are kind. You would be a wonderful mother if you wanted to choose to do that. And that's what is going to really attract all these guys to you. So I mean, is this do you realize that there are a lot of guys who are after you even right now?
I'm just very picky. A lot of them want something, and I want something else. Like I want long-term relationship, trying to get to where I need to be, and a lot of them just want to fool around. So I'm not about that.
So I think that that's just spirit confirming that you have 5 men who could be potential mates long term, in a long term committed relationship. So the other
Okay.
guys that are just wanting to basically hook up or fool around, they are in the background. You're already keen on them. You already get it. You're intelligent. Spirit showing and telling me that you get it. You've learned your lesson with that. You know all about it. And now you're just navigating really like which guy out of the 5 to choose that you want to have your long term with. So remember that when we're in grief, we kind of sometimes feel like, I don't want to do that again. That hurt too much. I can't. I can't do that. But remember that you are going to meet more guys, and you're going to heal. And then you'll be more and more ready as time goes on. So you learned from this last guy, you learned that maybe you weren't ready. And you learned that maybe there were a few things about him that you'd want in a long term, so I really see that you don't need to worry about the relationship thing. You will find a guy, and there are a lot of guys who are in the same situation that you're in, saying, how do I find a girl who isn't just, you know kind of immature and playing around and doesn't really want a long term, or is afraid of all these guys taking advantage of her to the point I can't get close to her. I really feel you're going to find your guy, and he's going to be in this similar situation that you're in. But spirit is saying, just pick one out of the 5. Pick your favorite for long term.
Okay.
This is very good news. I love delivering good news. And I
So I guess
really,
that means just don't even worry about the other dude at this point.
yeah, you'll find them. There are already guys with their eye on you now, and they want a long term as
Okay.
well. And I this is why I post so much free content on my TikTok account, like real quick videos, just explaining a few things, because I've run into so many people I've done readings on like this, of women of all ages, men of all ages. They go through this thing with the dating pool, and it's a nightmare right now. It's in this transition, with the apps and everything. They're on the apps, or they're trying to meet people, and they're trying to figure out. It's crazy. It's not like anything I ever had to deal with. I'm in my 40s, so
That's why it was easy with the boyfriend who passed away. We were high school sweethearts, and we met in like middle school, so like we didn't have to worry about like finding someone on an app. It was like all like just old school love, I guess. And I just yeah.
that's so hard. I know it's. And the thing about him, you can always continue your reading with me too. If you contact me, AnnaOlsenIntuitive.com, it's on the bottom of the screen. You can contact me and we can continue the reading, but because I'm running out of time. But I just wanted to tell you real quick that, like clockwork, people who have lost somebody and they've passed, that they've been with, that person wants you to move on to somebody wonderful, and they're happy for you. So I just want to make sure you know that.
Yeah.
So give
I
yourself
appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thanks for calling. I'd love to continue the reading with you if you'd like. You can contact me at annaolsenintuitive.com. There's a contact page there that you can click on. It has my number, it has my info. But I do have to go. But thanks so much for calling in, and I wish you all the luck in the world. And I'm excited for you that you have like 5 guys to choose from. That's exciting.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. So that was a wonderful reading. She has such good energy. She'd be a wonderful mother and a wonderful, wonderful partner. That's the type of girl that I'd want my son to be with. So if you'd like to reach me, you can contact me. I have a lot of free content on TikTok, Anna O Intuitive. And then I am also on Anna Olsen Intuitive on Facebook, and Tiny Medium Queendom on Instagram. So please just get a hold of me if you'd like a reading. I'd love to work with you. I do phone, I do video, and I do in person if you're in my area in Southern California. You can always contact me to see if I'm near you. And until then, just have a great week. And I'm here every Tuesday on A1R at 1:30 Pacific Standard Time. And if you can't see my show or for some reason or listen to the podcast, give me a call. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.